We're here in Rochester, New York at the Cobb Hill
Hello.
Reservoir, right? Yeah. Cobb Hill Reservoir. It was recommended to us that we check out some water towers that have some artwork on them, and they're actually back that way. But we're going to head that way down the little trail there and see what they got going on back over there. So quite the display already. We just barely came up right here up the little entryway, and pretty impressive work so far. It's a nice little spot if you're a graph artist to be able to come up here and kind of tuck away and get your cans rattling. And it's quite an enjoyable little walk around these two towers. It's 80 degrees, overcast, nice and cool. It's so green in here. I mean, it's definitely worth the check out, you know? Just stopped over at Highland Park. There's a couple of points of interest here in this area. We're just gonna enter in here and kind of stroll around. Some beautiful flowers here. Just wanted to get a shot of this beautiful little garden here. Just continuing our little adventure through Highland Park here. We're just outside of the Lamberton Conservatory, and there's actually quite a nice little trail that goes through the park underneath all these nice trees that shade you quite a bit. It's I'd say at least 10 degrees cooler over here in the shade, but we just came across this ginkgo biloba tree. I thought that was pretty neat. We just did a little walk around in the park here, but here's the conservatory. We're gonna go inside and check this place out. Looks pretty neat from the outside here. So we're just inside the first door, just to the left as you enter into the conservatory here. It was, what, $3, right? $3 for adults? So $6 for the two of us. I can't recall the other prices, but yeah, $6 for the two of us, not bad. Pretty interesting so far. Just all types of different plants, labeled and kind of growing wildly throughout here.
This one's called Drunkard's Dream.
Ooh.
I wonder why they call it that.
Several pitcher plants there. Just entered into the desert portion here. It's more arid portion. That portion we just exited from was more of a subtropical kind of deal. This thing is massive. Alright, exiting out of this desert area here. Looks like Rachel found a bench. Let's check out this view. Oh!
Lovely. There's some turtles there.
What? Oh, I see them. Yeah, let's see. Must be the largest portion of the conservatory here. It's really enjoyable in this larger center area here. Very calming. Several chairs placed throughout here. There's a bench, a little chair over here hiding. You could just really sit and just let your body relax and just kind of, you know, meditate to the sound of the waters. This guy's pretty far out here. What do we got?
It's a staghorn fern.
I see.
Fitting, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. Wow, that thing's insane. Like, it just grows out of itself, and I don't even understand this plant. It's blowing my mind. But I like it. Check out this flower too. Got a courtyard here in the center of everything. Little pond and kind of more variety of your garden type plants out here. Still a nice area though. It's not too hot out today, so I got no complaints. So we crossed to the far side of Highland Park, and actually we've crossed the street. And on the opposite side of the road here is Mount Hope Cemetery, and they've got Susan B. Anthony's grave in here, actually. So we're just inside the Mount Hope Cemetery here, and there's quite a few notable people buried here. Bausch and Lomb are actually buried in here. They would be related to, you know, like the eye industry and such. But yeah, I just found this little guy here. Check it out. Pretty sweet under here. Got this tree. This is just awesome tree. And it's kind of just grown over all these older headstones here. We just came out from under that tree, and Rachel found the rest of the Bausch and Lomb family over here. They were just hanging out. Well, it looks like we're heading in the right direction. Here it is, Susan B. Fighting for the ladies' rights. Suffragette. Holding it down. Rachel had, there's a little note there from somebody. Must have felt inspired to write a note. So there's a trail here in Mount Hope Cemetery that runs from Susan B. Anthony's gravesite to Frederick Douglass, former slave turned free man who became abolitionist. But yeah, I believe the trail was the Freedom Trail, which would make sense. So it should just lead you from one to the other. Quite the population of fireflies in here. It's another thing you could do. If you wanted to pass some time, you could come catch some fireflies over here. Alright, we're down here at the Ontario Beach Park, just off of Lake Ontario here. This is the Charlotte area, just off of the port of Rochester down over here, but we're gonna head over down towards the lake here, and should be a nice clear view of the lake out this way. Just walking along this boardwalk here. I was hoping for a little clearer view across the lake, but it's a little hazy today, which isn't so bad because it's got the temperature cooler. It's, I don't know, I think it was 75 degrees when I looked last, but it's certainly nice, huh, with the little breeze going?
Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah, no doubt.
That humidity.
But
Down a bit.
But yeah, quite a nice park in here. Benches periodically, couple of bandstand kind of deals going, and shade room on us to come have a picnic or a park. I'm not sure if those are based off of reservation. Could possibly be. If you're interested, look into it. But down here at the Park Avenue Festival in Rochester, little art fest, little art walk. Got the roads shut down. Like, I don't know, a couple thousand people down here, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, 41st year this has gone on, but basically just nice art stroll with the vendors along the sides. You got food, art, you know, what else you got? Beautiful homes along the way.
Yeah, drinks, crafts, you know,
Pretty,
kitchen stuff that people make.
yeah, pretty neat little scene here. This is the abandoned subways that used to run under Rochester. I forget the reasoning behind them initially closing, but you know, they were useful back in the day, and then, you know, they were kind of obsolete, so they closed them up. But they were wanting to do different things with them at different times, but basically no one's wanting to fund anything, so it's kind of just sat abandoned. But it's kind of neat. It runs along, I think it's several miles, but if you look here, it actually bends there and runs underneath there. Alright, here's the information I was seeking. So it looks like basically automobiles, you know, became more of the popular means of transportation, so the road was built on the top there, and that was the end of the subway. Yeah, there it is here. There's a little placard actually just here, so this is where we hop down. Just kind of hop down, went there along there. Just walking down this corridor here into the entry to the abandoned subway here. The lines have been abandoned. I was talking about it earlier, but there's not a gate or anything here, and you can kind of just go right in. So we're gonna head in. I had some video from up on the street level before, but we've actually found the entrance to actually come down under the street here. We're just gonna keep going through here, and there should be some parts where it actually runs under bridges, and light will be able to shine in, and we'll be able to see all the art really good. But I would recommend certainly bringing a flashlight down here and maybe a few people. It's probably not wise to come down here alone. Neat little area where the water kind of flows out into the river there. We were actually up there the other day. We weren't able to get down here from where we were, so figured we'd come do a little bit more exploring. Pretty cool. If you're down here, check it out. Abandoned subways, Rochester.